Hi, my name is Hafiz Zishan Shafiq. Today I am discussing about this presentation, which is all about making the student to learn the music here. So first of all, I will thank you to you all that you are just giving me a time for this presentation. So I will start it from here now. First of all, I will discuss from the slide one, which is it is all about that. In this presentation I will talk about the art of assessment, like making music, making meaning, uh, making this presentation basically focuses on how we use assessment in early childhood education, especially through a simple but powerful learning experience which is called making music. So in this reflection, I will explain how children explore musical instruments, sounds, rhythms, and teamwork. I will also show how their learning connects to the earlier learning framework version 2.0 and the national quality standards, which is very important in this presentation as well. So after considering these important points in the mind, then these framework will give you a guide of educator to observe children carefully, understand their learnings, and plan meaningful next steps. This musical activity is more than just playing instrument. It helps children express themselves, communicate with others, solve problems, and build their own confidence. Through observation and conversation, photos, and learning stories, like I assessed how each children engage with the experience and how deeply they learn throughout this presentation. uh, I will reflect on what the children learned and how they learned it, with which outcomes were met, and how I can extend this learning further. So my goal is to show that assessment is not just about the checking the progress. It is about the understanding children, supporting them, and creating meaningful learning experiences. So here is all about the children engagement, the symphony of learning. So how it will impact on this one. In this slide, I will explain how the children engage with the making music activity and how their action shows deep learning. The children demonstrated active participation by fully engaging with the musical instrument, because you know that the children love the music, and it is very, and they are very attractive as well to this one. They explore drums, shakers, xylophones, and other materials which we have at that time, which excite with excitement and the confidence. Their active involvement showed that they felt safe, spotted, and interested in the experience as well. So because the educators were involved in this particular activity, and it helps them to boost their own confidence as well. So they also showed the curious exploration. The children experimented with different sounds, textures, rhythms, and volumes. Some children they tapped slowly, other tapped fast, and some tried to copy the beats of their friends. This curiosity reflects their natural desire to learn through hands-on discovery. So social collaboration was another important part of the experiment, and children shared instruments, waited for their turn, and even created small group rhythms together. They smiled, made eye contact, and worked as a team, showing strong social and emotional learning. The activity also highlighted the play based learning through joyful, self directed play as well. And then the children develop their own skills without feeling pressured, which is very important here. They learn naturally through their own choices as these four elements: active participation, curiosity, collaboration, and play connect strongly with EYLF outcome 2, 3, 4, and 5, supporting children's well-being, relationship, confidence, and the fourth thing is all about the communication. So if we want to discuss about the outcomes unveil the holistic development. So in this slide, I will explain how the making music experience supported children holistic development, and how it links directly to the EYLF V20 learning outcomes. Through this activity, the children demonstrated strong learning across multiple areas, not just the musical skills as well. If first I will discuss about the outcome too, which is the connectedness, forming a sense of belonging and contribution. Was clearly visible. The children developed a sense of belonging as they played music together. They sat close, shared instruments, and contributed to a group of rhythm. This helped them feel part of a community and strengthen their relationship with peers. Next outcome is three, which is well-being, building self-regulation and emotional expression, which was shown through the way children used music to express their emotions. Some played softly when they felt calm, while others played loudly to show excitement. The activity also supported self regulation because the children had to control their movement and follow simple rhythms. The number outcome 4 is the confident learners developing appeared as the children experimented with new sounds, took risks, and used creativity. They explored instruments in their own ways, showing curiosity and problem solving. The final outcome is what five number, which is effective communicators, was demonstrated through musical expressions like children communicating ideas, rhythms, and feelings using sound movement. Also they are just very feeling comfortable with non-verbal cues as well. Overall, the activity supported the whole child emotionally, socially, physically, and creatively. If we want to discuss about the achieve learning outcome through music, in this slide I will explain how the musical activity help children achieve the key learning outcomes from the early years learning framework, especially outcomes 3, 4, and 5. The evidence gathered through observation photos and observation shows the children learn in meaningful and joyful ways. So outcome 3, if we want to discuss about the well-being, was strongly supported during the activity. Music gave children a safe way to express their feelings, release energy, and build resilience. Some children played gently to calm themselves, while others played louder to show excitement. Through these movements, they practice emotion regulation and learn how to manage their feelings. In the next outcome, which is the learning dispositions, was clear as children showed curiosity, creativity, and problem solving. They explored different ways to create sounds, worked out how instruments function, and experimented with rhythm patterns. These actions demonstrate confidence, persistence, and a strong willingness to learn. The final combination, which is the communication, was evident through both like the verbal and non-verbal communication. Children listen to each other's follow rhythms and respond through the different ways, and they see how their friends are behaving and how their friends are just pressing the specific instrument with the buttons or all of these stuff. The joyful engagement and team was seen throughout the activity clearly show that their learning outcomes were successfully achieved. If we want to discuss about the assessing the learning journey, our toolkit. So in this slide, I will share the different ways I assess the children's learning during the making music activity. Assessment in early childhood is not just about checking what children can do. It is about understanding how learning happiness happens. Nothing small details like in this way and kept they are focusing on just small things, and they want to learn, and they are eager as well because their curiosity is time to time increasing. So my assessment methods were chosen to make sure every child learning was organized and valued. The first method is a sensitive observation. I watch how children interact with the instrument, how they move their bodies, and how they respond to different sounds. This helped me understand their confidence level, interest, and emotional reactions. I also focus on listening to dialogue. Children communicate with each other through words, gestures, and even simple sound. Listening carefully helped me understand their thinking process, the social interactions, and how they make meaning together. Next, I assess the watching problem solving. Many children try to figure out how instrument work or how to copy a rhythm. These movements show critical thinking, persistence, and creativity as well. Finally, I use tracking learning dispositions. Like in this way, in this assessing, in this like assessing, I observe that this means nothing. Noting that how children basically show curiosity, resilience, cooperation, and imagination. These disposition tell us about a lot child's long-term learning habits as well. Together, these two help to create a rich and accurate picture of each child's learning journey. So in this one is extending the melody, which is enriching resources. So, in this slide, I will talk about the how we can extend children learning by introducing new and meaningful resources. Extended learning is an important part of the intentional intentional teaching. It helps children build on what they learn, how they are exploring their new ideas. The first extension is multicultural instrument. By adding instrument from different cultures such as African drums, Indian tables, wooden calls, or Pacific Iceland shakes, children learn about gold sounds as well. So diversity and respect for other culture, this support a sense of inclusion and broadens their musical experience. Next, digital tools can play a helpful role. Simple sound creation apps and interactive music games allow children to experiment with rhythm, pitch, and all of these tempos in new days as well. Digital resources also support early STEM thinking and help children explore cause and effect. We can also introduce movement props such as scarves, ribbons, or soft drums for dancing. These prop encourage physical literacy, coordination, expressive movement, and creative storytelling. Is basically creative storytelling and through the music and the dance. Finally, the family involvement enriches learning. Further, families can share songs from home, record musical movements, or participate in music sharing gigs, and they are just getting involved in this music as well. This strength home. These extension help deepen engagement, inspire creativity, and offer children new pathways for learning. If we want to discuss about the framework and the regulations or guiding principles, in this slide I will just explain how the making music learning experience connects with the key framework and regulation that guide early childhood education in Australia. So these framework ensure that our practices is safe, meaningful, and high quality for every child. First, planning cycle like sports the entire learning process. This cycle includes observing, assessing, and planning and implementing and evaluating all of these stuff. Then during the music activity, I follow this cycle by observing the children engagement, assessment their skills, planning extension, and all of these. Next, the national quality standards provide important guidance. The quality area one is all about the educational program and practice, sports, intentional teaching, and meaningful learning as well. Quality area three, which is about the physical environment, ensure that the space is safe, inviting, and set up with appropriate music materials. Quality area 5, which is all about the relationship with children, is shown through warm, welcome, and respectful, and they are doing communication with as well. And the quality area 6 as well, all about the collaborative partnership, connecting with involving families in music activities and cultural sharings. If we discuss about the reflection and growing the educator's journey, and like here in this final slide, basically, I will reflect on my own learning as an educator during making the music experience. Critical reflection is an important part of professional practice. It helps me understand what worked well, what I need to do the improvement in future, and how I can continue to grow supporting children's learning as well. First, I identified what worked well. The children showed high engagement and excitement during the activity. They interacted positively with each others, and they are explored the instrument with curiosity and made joyful discovery. Next, I looked at areas for improvement. I realized that I could introduce more explicit musical concepts such as rhythm patterns or tempo changes to deep learning. I could also do a wider range of instruments so children can explore basically the new sounds. In thinking about future changes, I plan to add new resources, include multicultural music, and use digital sound tool. I also want to design deeper intentional teaching strategies that guide children's creativity while still allowing basically for free exploration. Finally, the experience supported by my professional growth, it helps me refine my assessment methods and improve my planning for a holistic development. Continuous reflections help me provide a better outcome for every children. And that's it from that's all from my presentation. I hope so that you like my making music activity, and I tried my best to just assess those children's with my abilities, and we were able to see the children's creativity and curiosity and their confidence and communication come to in a joyful and a natural way. Thank you for your time, and that's it from my side.